watching, become the leader you've always wanted to be. We're excited about this presentation. It's based on an ebook, audiobook, and a course that we've been putting together. That's really the signature program that we're working on for Beacon of Leadership. And like I said, please stay till the end. We have free gifts for everybody. We're excited about these free gifts, but you got to watch until the end. So please enjoy and stick around so that you can get your free gifts. I love this movie, and when he gets so excited because he created fire. Like, fire is something we all know about. But listen, when you're on a deserted island and everything depends on your survival, very survival depends on you creating fire.
That's key spot,
the excitement, the energy, the joy that comes from something like that, and that's the way we feel right now with what we have created, and we're excited to present to you today. And that was Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. Curtis, do you want to tell people a little bit about Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership, what it is and what it means and why we're so excited?
So basically, it's a course that we've created to like a community so that people can join us and grow together, and we can use each of our own skills to promote each other and help out with development, training and development for each other. So someone might have a skill in something, they can teach it to others within the group or the community, and they can make an affiliate money off that for each person in the group or as separate as well.
And we have a document that our members can find, or people who are interested in the community can find, so that they can get all the details about what this community means, what it's about. But the gist of what Curtis has just delivered is that we're a united community. And look, as a thought leader, I know there's things I still need to learn. And as a thought leader, you still need to learn a lot, whether you want to admit it or not. In fact, you know what? Any good thought leader is going to say, I don't know it all. I don't know enough just yet. In fact, that's one of the problems we have, is we're not confident enough because there's still more we need to know. But by uniting together, learning from each other and teaching each other all of the experiences we've had and what we've learned along the way, we can go stronger together. And that's what this community is all about. And that's why training and development for thought leaders has really been the background of everything we've put together. And we're excited to present Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership today. So this presentation really is brought to you by Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. And you're going to find out more about that before we're done today. We created this initiative, Curtis and I. We are Beacon of Leadership. And then we're creating this other organization within Beacon of Leadership called Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. And we're excited to present it to you today. So you're going to meet our team. First, Curtis. Oh, that's why. That's what happened.
Oh, it's on the second page.
Curtis, we're going to learn a bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, why this community and everything we're putting together is so exciting for you.
So basically, well, you and I met quite a few years ago now.
Introduce yourself first, Curtis.
My name's Curtis Leong. I'm an award-winning author. I work with individuals to help improve their positivity in their life. I'm an honest, loyal, and a diplomatic person. I am motivated to get things done. I believe people can change their lives if they make the decision to do better. It takes motivation and guidance and some tools to get you there. And that's what we're here for, to help others to be more positive and to promote them to be a better person.
So tell us something you enjoy about your life.
Well, currently, I guess since 2020, I've been doing the 5 a.m. club. So that's my personal time. And I found that it has helped me with my life in general. And I don't get angry about stuff and pretty calm. And it helps me stay steady. I notice other people around me that have not done that, they're always like worried about a lot of things that maybe I don't worry about, I guess, like, you know, the economy and other things going on in the world. I do think about it, but I don't get like anxious and that sort of stuff about it.
Yeah. Do you watch the news, Curtis?
No, I refuse to watch it because I think it's too much crap.
Absolutely. I agree with you. And I think anybody who's going to be a thought leader, anybody who's going to try to develop positivity in your life, get rid of the news. You know what I mean? It's just, there's rarely any good news on the news because there's more money in sensationalism than there is in positivity and good things going on in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do you spend your time mostly?
Like right now, I'm part of a book club. Every morning, 8 o'clock to about 9 o'clock, we have a book study. I try to participate as much as I can, but a lot of times I'm at work at that point. So what I do find is the book they do study and people's insights and takeaways are really valuable. So the current book is Atomic Habits. Pretty cool book. I've read it a couple of times myself, but I just find when other people talk about their insights of the book, it really solidifies things in a different manner and gives a different perspective on like what I thought something, and it helps better understanding from that.
Mhm. Absolutely. And I love that you pointed that out because, look, we're creating a community.
Yep.
And this is what you're talking about with this
Hmm.
book club is that you don't just have your perspective and your thoughts on the matter. You learn from other people. So as much as we are learning, we want to learn from each other within this community.
Yeah,
We're also going to be hosting masterminds around certain segments. So not only will you have your own training, your own thoughts, your own lessons around that, but you're going to get to discuss those lessons and everything you've learned within these mastermind communities. So we're excited that we built that within this Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership that we're talking about.
yeah, right on. It's good stuff. I like it. It does help a lot of people with the community. Once they get it built up, it'll make makes your leadership skills more solid. And actually, I think with that, you can actually get further ahead with a team and other people pushing you along, right? Rather than being by yourself.
Absolutely. Motivation, accountability, you and I both know those things go a long way to keep
For
you
sure.
growing and keep you moving forward.
Yeah, I'm sure you witnessed it a few times yourself
Oh,
over
as
the
I
period.
Curtis, I've told you numerous times, you have kept me going when I otherwise might have wanted to quit.
Yeah,
Right. So absolutely, like just that working together, being united, it really helps keep you going when otherwise, again, I say leadership is a lonely business, right? And we need not be lonely. We have people out there who can support us, can help us growing, and can help keep us motivated in troubling times.
for sure.
And that's kind of why we chose the beacon and the lighthouse as our symbol,
Yep.
because the beacon is really a sense of hope, right? We see it in the darkness. When you're out in the seas, a ship sees the lighthouse and knows that there's an island ahead or there's some safe passage, when passing in a certain direction. So we love the symbol of the lighthouse because it
Yep,
really is inspirational.
for sure.
So I'm RJ Horner. I'm the beacon of life and leadership, and training and development is my passion. About 12 years ago, I was pissed off and angry at the world. I was experiencing a lot of trouble and issues and some negativity, a lot of negativity that was going on in my life. In fact, I often say, I was about to be that guy homeless on the street bumming for change because I was about to lose my house, my wife, my job, all at the same time. My life was that much in despair. And I woke up because I didn't hit rock bottom. And that's unfortunately where a lot of people need to go. They need to hit rock bottom before they wake up and come out of it, right? They need to have that overdose or a heart attack or something really tragic before they can decide that's it. My life is not going to be this way anymore. Well, just the turmoil of everything I was going through helped me open my eyes. And my boss at the time, because I was, very negative, very, very unhappy. He says, "Look, you're one of the smartest guys I know. In fact, you're very well read. You're always reading a book. Why don't you pick up a book or some information that's going to help, make you feel better, help you understand things a little bit
Hmm.
better?" And at the time, mind you, after one more argument with my wife, I said, "Okay, fine, I'm going to seek counseling." Now I stopped counseling and I was willing. And of course, the counselor, one of the first things she did was recommend some books to me. I read one of those books, but then the next book I found that struck my eye or my attention was John Maxwell's Make Today Count.
Yep.
And at that point, that's exactly what I needed in my life was how to make today count. So I picked up that book. I read that book and the information in there just, wow, changed my perspective, changed my life. I was a different person inside of weeks. But that book leads to another book, leads to another book. So I learned about Dale Carnegie's You Can Win, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And of course, I learned about Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, which at the time, look, money troubles. My wife and I couldn't even talk about money. So I read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich for the first time. So one book leads to another. Fast forward 12 years later, I'm a different person.
Yep.
And training and development, growth personal growth, professional growth. These are the most important things in my life. In fact, I've now become a training coordinator for my company, my organization. By the way, I worked for Go Transit for many years. And personal development and training has become my profession. So that now I'm carrying that skill out into this online thought leadership space. So that's me. That's why it's so impertinent that this is what I do with my life, and why I have put this, helped with you, Curtis, to put this community together and create Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership.
Got a question for you, RJ.
Yep.
Has your wife read any of those books by chance?
No, my wife is not exactly into the personal development. I've tried.
Well, no, just asking that question based because if it can change your life and you have a reference towards that, I was wondering if some of those references would be valuable to her. Like there's like summary books of stuff that she can probably listen to.
So my wife is not a reader, but I'm going to try and get her to open up, and I've been trying to figure out how to get her like more involved. Like she is into motivation. She's bought little plaques and stuff that we post. Like I'm looking right on two sides of me. First of all, one says, "Live your life now, not tomorrow." My wife bought that. I turn to my left and there's a sign that says, "We rise by lifting others." My wife bought that.
Yep.
So she is into, empowerment and motivation, but she's not a reader. So I'm going to try and get her to start watching documentaries. I want to sit down with her and watch The Secret. I mean, everybody out there knows that book and what it does for people and how it opens up their possibility for manifestation. We've been talking about manifestation quite a bit. Yeah. So I'm going to try and get her into that, because she also says this positivity stuff that you're talking to me, it just doesn't seem to work, right? So I've got to start working on this at home and see if I can, get her more interested in what we've been working on.
My wife's similar sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to we do this because we believe in it, and it's hard to look. You can't coach your own family. That's what they say, right?
It's hard.
Yeah, it's difficult to try and get those people involved with us. Really involved. I always admire when I see a couple who are in this industry. I always admire them because I wish I could have that going on within my own space. So we want you and we need you to become a part of this community. 2025 Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership is what we put together. We want you to join our fellow academy. There are two ways you can become involved. First of all, where we've got now is the result of Curtis and I working together, combining our skills. You saw that I'm the creative director. I'm the one with the ideas. I'm the one who says we should do this, we should do that, and then two of us start working on how we can put it together. Curtis, you're the technical director, right? You take things I say and go, okay, yeah, we can do this, we can do this. Let me see how I can use this technology. Let me see what I can do with AI here. Here's what we can put in our system.io, our CRM. So we start putting all this stuff together. You do the background stuff. I do the face front and the ideas, and keep us moving forward with our creativity. So we've come a long way with just you and I. But you and I have agreed with Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership, we need more skills. We need people to join us who are going to be a part of this organization. And so we want to put together a board of directors. Those board of directors are all going to be responsible for the growth and development of Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. As such, we need you to bring your skills, your knowledge, your assets into our organization. And in the beginning, as a member of the board of directors, we're asking you to put up an active role during our startup phase. You're going to have to do some work, bring your skills, and help work together as a team with us to put this together. And then once we grow successful, you can now be a department head and either delegate to new hires or hire out to, people on Upwork or something like that. Get other people to take on the work for you, and you don't have to work hard so much, but you're still responsible for that department's area of expertise. And then here are some of the strategic skills we need. And these are just 4 of them, but there may be more. We need somebody in the sales and marketing arena. In fact, I just read this today. So I picked up Napoleon Hill's book. Let me stop sharing for a second because I want to show this to people. So the book, we talk about this book all the time, Think and Grow Rich, right?
Yeah.
So I read this morning and I just picked it up because I wanted some motivation and inspiration. I told you how I use this as a Bible, right? I'll pick it up and read passages. So this is the passage I read this morning. And it's on the topic of imagination. It says, the story of practically every great fortune starts with the day when a creator of ideas and a seller of ideas got together and worked in harmony. Now think about that. That's more likely in reference to when Napoleon Hill met up with W. Clement Stone and they helped put together the 3 Think and Grow Rich presentation, right? And then the laws of leadership or laws of success. When Napoleon Hill teamed up with W. Clement Stone is really when he began to develop his fortune. So we need people who can take on the sales. We have ideas. We know what we're putting together within this community, but we need somebody to help sell it to everybody out there. So we need somebody in sales and marketing who can take on that area of expertise. And Curtis, you've been the technical director. You've been doing great so far. You've got us a long way, but you don't have all the skills in web development, no CRM. We need an expert in IT. That's what we need. Somebody who can handle that area of expertise so that we can make up for our shortcomings, which are still very far. There are a lot of them, right? We've come very far. We've learned a lot together.
Oh, making it work, right? So
yeah,
that's where it is.
So that this can be more functional. Look, if we plan to offer training that, our fellows provide, which you'll find out more about throughout this presentation, but we plan on putting that together, then we need somebody who knows how to put all the pieces in place and make sure that when somebody goes and joins our membership, they get access to this training and they get access to this level. And it gets, when they click on it, they're able to go just directly to this specific training. So we need somebody who can put all of these pieces of the puzzle together for us.
That's right.
One of the things we're also working on is hosting events. Look, this is just one presentation that we're talking about. We used to host summits featuring our presenters. We're going to do the same thing again with our fellows. So we need somebody who can actually plan these events. Curtis, you and I have done a great job just planning, but we didn't have the skills necessarily. We were just doing the pieces of the puzzle that we thought was needed to be done. And we did a good job. But it wasn't professionally produced. It wasn't all put together in the most effective ways. So we do need a skilled event planner. If we're going to host multiple events, summits, conferences, workshops, masterminds, we're going to host all of these kind of things within our program. We need somebody who's skilled at planning all these things and putting all the pieces in place.
For sure.
Curtis, I don't know about you, but I'm not that great at money management. I'm just not. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be either. You know what? So I want to get somebody in to manage all the finances. Look, if we're going to have memberships, which means people are going to pay us some money.
Well, there's like back end stuff that we need to know and how to rebill and stuff, right?
We need to have discounts for our members. We need to make sure we can negotiate all of these things and put them in place. Not to mention, we're going to have affiliate commissions for everybody you bring into our organization. We need to have that structure all set up so that we get the income we need, we get the payouts we need, we get the discounts we need. I can't manage all that. I don't know about you.
No,
so we need
quite a bit,
to manage finances. And look, there are other pieces that people need or, an organization needs. We don't know them all, right? We're putting this together. You have skills. If you know how to run an organization, project management is another one where we,
big one,
so there are other skills. So if you have the skills, we're looking for you. We need you to be a part of our organization. And Curtis, you and I are Beacon of Leadership. We've created that organization, and that's going to be the parent company of Beacon of Leadership, Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. So Beacon of Leadership, we're looking to retain about 45%, but we're looking to
represent there, RJ.
Sorry.
Want to put your presentation back up?
Thank you very much for reminding me. That's what I asked you to do is, whenever I fail to put the presentation on, we need to be showing people. No, not the window. We need the Chrome tab and share.
That works the best.
Thank you for reminding me because I've been talking about this and I haven't been showing people. So those are the skills we need. And we're looking to offer profit sharing. So Beacon of Leadership, Curtis and I, as the parent company, are going to retain 45%. And this is subject to negotiation, but this is just our thoughts on it because we have worked hard to put this together over the last couple of years. And now we need partners who can help us. So we're willing to give up 55% of this company to the various partners who may join us.
Yep.
So, and that again, subject to negotiation. I'm just laying out what our overall consideration is regarding this. So we want you to become a part of Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. As a director, we really need you to join us. But we want you to join us in what we put it together. We are Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. You've met Curtis, who's a beacon of positivity. I'm a beacon of life and leadership. We have another member or a fellow who's going to join us and has joined us in the past, is a beacon of team empowerment. We have, several other beacons we've designated over the existence of our growth of our development. And we want you, and your designation can be in here as well. When you become the leader, you become a leader in your field. You develop your skills as an entrepreneur and a thought leader because you get to teach here. You get to teach your fellows. And we'll outline how that works later on, but you get to teach your fellows because we learn from each other within this community. And then we're going to promote from within. We want to let people know about you. We want to promote you as a thought leader. And then working together through these avenues, we're going to have a training program. Like I said, we call it basic training. We're going to have that, plus masterminds along to grow together, to develop one another and learn. Like we said earlier, Curtis, with that book club, it's not just your thoughts and your concepts. You get to hear other people who have learned things as well and share those skills. So you get to grow and develop together. We want you to become part of Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. But what is a beacon of leadership? You can be a beacon of leadership. We want you to be a part of this organization. Curtis, can you take it over here from here and just talk through what is a beacon?
All right. Well, a beacon is a shining light that guides people through trouble. It signals warning signals that if you're in trouble, you can kind of like detect or kind of like predict what may happen, what may not happen. It's visibility, so you look further ahead in your business or in your personal life. Beacons are known for a brilliant light. They exist to draw attention to dangerous situations, attract attention to a specific location, and it keeps people safe in unpredictable situations. That's sort of the basis of what we're looking to do.
Let me just clarify and talk about that. Is that, look, you as a beacon are a shining light. You've come where you've come because of the things you've learned. You've helped people along the way. You've solved problems. Any entrepreneur will solve problems. And why I say they're visible for miles and why that's important is because you help people see far ahead. You help them see the potential of what they can achieve, and then they want to come in your direction. So there's why being visible as a bright light, a shining example for people to see for miles ahead, really can help them on their path. And that's what we do as beacons. So next one.
For sure. Okay, a source of hope. Bright light leading people through the darkness. So it takes a little bit of light and it can shine great things for people. A signal of hope and possibility. Beacons shine bright, serve selflessly, and offer a sense of possibility. They provide guidance during tough times and growth and uncertainty. They offer hope through times of despair. So,
absolutely. And this we're kind of talking about the coaches, right? Coaches, teachers, trainers, people who are going to show people the path to walk and offer them guidance and a different direction that they may take. So there's where being a source of hope for others. Really, we're talking about the coaches and the authors and presenters out there who are going to help people.
Fantastic.
And then so we've talked about beacon, but what is leadership?
Leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. John C. Maxwell.
So just talk about each of these topics. Tell us what you know about each of these topics.
Well, influence is like usually someone can like what they're doing can help you do the same. So let's say if someone like can do like 500 push-ups a day, is like how the hell they do that? They try to figure out how to do it, right? That sort of thing. That's what I look at. Empowerment is where someone can give you a boost to help with whatever skill set you got to get you further with whatever you're doing. Communication is always important, because if you can't talk about your problems or good stuff that's happened or wins you got, then that doesn't really help others, and they cannot help you accordingly, right? And then just being responsible is, if you say you're gonna do something, you do it, or you have, like, like certain things you have to do for your family or your friends, you got to show up and get it done, right? Delegation, sometimes we can't do everything on our own, so we try to find people to help us, much like we're looking for other people to join our group here to help do the things we can't do very well. Determination is the way how we think about getting things done, no matter what it takes. So a lot of times there's a lot of troubles in life, like, oh, I got a family thing to do today, but you know what? I'll work something ahead of time to get it done, so I can still spend time with the family and get my work done at the same time. And then resilience is just part of the determination. You just keep on going no matter what. So a lot of times we find troubles with our life, and we just think, oh, hey, I got a goal, I got a responsibility to get this thing done. So all of this can be all mixed in together as one thing to become a leader, right?
I think all of these key skills are necessary. And yes, it all boils down to influence. Absolutely. I totally agree with John Maxwell on that. But all of these key skills are really a part of what it means to be a leader, right?
Yep.
Especially that resilience one. I like that one because, look, like I said, how many times have I wanted to give up, right? I've been, saying we've been doing this a long time. Nothing's come of it. I really don't see the value in it anymore. And you've kept me positive. You've kept me hopeful and say, yeah, okay, I get it.
Kick
But
at the can.
do we believe in this? Do we, consider this something we have to follow through with? And you changed my mindset.
Mhm.
Brought hope, and so we bounced back. We moved forward. So I love that one, resilience. And like I said, these are all just key skills that are leadership sums up leadership. And then we have 4 types of leadership that I believe. If there are others, I'm not thinking of them, but
Mhm.
4 types of leadership. First of all, there's self-leadership, there's individual leadership, group leadership, and organizational leadership. These are 4 valuable types of leadership that I believe sum up what you can do as a leader. So self-leadership, you're responsible to you first and foremost.
Mhm.
Look, they say you can't lead others if you can't lead yourself. You need to have your together, right? You
Good
need
talking.
to be able to take care of yourself. You need to be able to get up in the morning, go off and do your work, do what needs to be done, clean, shower, brush your teeth, make sure you're taken care of.
Mhm.
You're responsible for you. And one of the first things you're responsible for is your thoughts. The thoughts that come in your mind. We've talked to Curtis, you're a beacon of positivity.
Yep.
Do you have negative thoughts ever?
Of course.
Absolutely. But what do you do about them?
I just push them off to the side, or I try to deal with them. Depends what they are. Sometimes you just got to think a little bit differently and just understand what they're coming from, maybe. Sometimes you think of something that's like, oh, this would be horrible, but you try to look on the other side, like, hey, maybe it could be better, or you find the possibilities that you can get around it, right?
You turn on the beacon and look for the bright side, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then you're responsible for your circumstances, right? There's all the thought leaders out there, the powerful ones will tell you, you are responsible for the life you live right now. And that just means all the thoughts you think, all the actions you've taken have led you to this point you're at right now in your life.
Yep.
So whatever circumstances you find yourself are, look, when I was pissed off and angry at the world, I blamed everybody else. But you know what? I was responsible for the circumstances. I was responsible for chasing people around me. I was responsible for not having enough money, not having a job that made me happy. I was responsible. As soon as I took responsibility for that circumstance, I was able to change that circumstance. So your circumstances, your outcomes are your responsibility. Your attitude. Look, again, I was peeved off. I was angry. We just talked about how Curtis changed his thoughts, which means he's changed his attitude.
Yeah.
He's turned from negative to positive, right? That's what it's all about. You can control your attitude. That was the first thing I had to change about myself, was my attitude.
Mhm.
And because I changed my attitude, I was able to change my outcomes. I was able to change my circumstances. You may think these are one and the same, but your behavior. Now, your attitude is your your thoughts or your focus or your voice, what you say to people. This is all your attitude, or getting upset at people. This is all your attitude. But your behavior is the actions you take, right? I used to be a guy who, if something upset me, I let you know about it. And I didn't always let people know in the nicest of circumstances. So I was an a-hole if you wanted me to be, right? I created that behavior. But by being aware of that behavior, I'm able to change that behavior. And when we say you're responsible for this, we always want you to turn it into a positive outcome, not a negative one. And therefore, there's why I say you're responsible for your improvement, because you can always do better. You can always become better, right? You can make your life better than it is right now. You are responsible for your growth and development. That's why I think this is so important to me, because I changed my life and you can too. Doesn't matter where you are. Hopefully you're one of those thought leaders who's going to work to help people serve.
Yeah, can I add one more thing, RJ?
Yeah, please.
Sometimes your environment will also dictate on how you are as well. So sometimes people live in a certain environment and it's really tough for them to get out. And all they have to do is just change the location. And some of this other stuff will come into play for them if they choose to change. Sometimes you can't, like, the saying that Les Brown says, if you hang at a barber shop long enough, you're bound to get a haircut.
Absolutely. Explain that, please.
So, well, obviously, if you hang at a barber shop every day for 6 months, your hair is going to grow long. So you're eventually going to need a haircut.
In other words, you're going to have to adapt to the people around you, right?
Or become like them.
Right.
Sometimes.
And that's exactly what that means. They say you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. Well, if those 5 people that you hang around with are ignorant, they're a-holes, they're not very nice people, or they're negative Nellies who are just, always look at the poor or negative side of things.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be just like them eventually.
Yeah.
But I like what you said, because if you just change your environment, hey, look, maybe it's not the place you're living. Maybe it's just the people you're hanging around with. You know what? If you hang around at that barbershop and everybody's talking about this and that and other people, well, maybe you might want to find a new place to hang out. Bob Proctor talks about how he was hanging out at a bar, you know what I mean, when he was younger. And, the bar, they were all poor, they were unhappy, they were miserable. They were always talking about these miserable things in their lives. And guess what he did? He left the bar. He stopped going. He started reading this book, Think and Grow Rich, and he walked away. And the people didn't even miss it. That's what they say.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
They're just stuck in their own little circumstance.
Yeah, just change your environment. I love that. Just change your environment and stop hanging around the people. But if you need to go so far, sometimes you're in a poor neighborhood, a negative, negative circumstances, negative existence. You may want to find and I know it's not easy, but put the plan of action to change your environment so that you can change all of these things, your thoughts, your attitude, your behavior, your circumstance.
Yeah, join a community like us.
Yep, absolutely. Individual leadership. Now, this is where we're talking about the coaches, the authors, the speakers. You're responsible to others. A parent or guardian is a individual leader, right? They're responsible for their kids and their growth and development. One-on-one coaching and mentoring. This is the coaches and online thought leaders, but it's also in the environment of an organization where the manager or supervisor is supposed to coach and mentor the people they work with. It's working out one-on-one. And I say teams here because you're responsible to each teammate, right? Not that you're responsible to the team, but every person on that team, you're there to empower. You're there to help them change. Communities, board members, these are all opportunities for, yes, group leadership, but they're opportunities for individual leadership. And then the owner of if you are the sole proprietor of any organization, your job is to lead each individual, by having a vision that they can all share, by creating the mission for the organization and communicating that vision and mission and values that you expect them to follow. But you're responsible to each individual member of your organization. With group leadership, this is the one I like, and this is the one we're talking about here, because we're responsible one to many. You're responsible for more than one person. A manager or supervisor is responsible for everybody on their care. As I always say, it's a manager's job to make the worker's job happen. That doesn't mean they're there to delegate. Yes, they are there to delegate and to make sure the tasks are carried out, but they're also there to provide the resources and to make sure you have all of the tools you need to do your job. And all of the, like, most often in an organization, it's many employees. It's not just one. Curtis, so far it's you and I within this organization. So you and I are at that individual leadership, but we're looking to put together a group, and we'll be responsible for the entire, group's growth and development. A pastor, priest, speaker, these are people responsible for large groups in the sense that they help guide their wisdom, help, direct them through their presentations, through the words they use. So they're responsible to the entire group, the entire flock, the entire community, the entire congregation, or the entire seminar or conference that they're speaking to. This is one that matters to us because we're talking about how we're responsible for the entire community and group, and we are talking about the mastermind. So if you are a part of a mastermind, you're one individual, but you're responsible to everybody who joins you in that mastermind. Now, a mastermind is a group of two or more people working together with the same purpose in mind. So you're responsible as a member of that group to each person who may join you. And then a trainer, instructor, the person who teaches from the front of the room, the speaker as well. These are people, look, a teacher, you remember your class, your teacher had 30 people that she had to teach, cater to, deliver a message to, make sure they got their work done. So they're responsible to each of those individuals as a group. Finally, organization, we kind of talked through this one, but a corporation, industry, or division. So each of these are, different segments of what an organization is. The CEO, the VP, the executives, they're the overall directive of the organization. They may have a separate board of directors, but each of these are responsible to the people below them. Managers, superintendents, supervisors, we talked about how they're responsible for each individual, but they're responsible for how the organization runs as a whole and keep the cogs of that wheel that is the running of the business. They're responsible for making sure they all function as a team. And these organizational leaders carry and deliver the vision, the mission, the values. They ensure and enforce the rules and responsibilities. Again, they make sure that each of these parts of an organization are functioning. So those are the four types of leadership. And we believe each of these types of leadership have a responsibility of somebody. But why is leadership so important? Curtis, maybe you can talk through each of these items and just tell people why leadership is so important.
Well, leadership can make a difference to people's lives. In a sports team or something, a lot of times the coach will tell you to do stuff to help you do better. Sometimes you don't have the push yourself. Sometimes you need that little extra someone to give you that boost to do better, which basically will help you do better by inspire action. Stability in tough times. So a lot of times there's people around you who are your leaders, and especially with mentoring and coaching, they definitely will help you through those tough times because they've been there and done that sort of things. And then from all that, it affects your changes. So like you will change as a person, and the people around you will notice that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just
Absolutely. Yeah, leaders are the people who make things happen. Now, they may not do the actual work, but just by, look, we talked about leadership as influence, right? Mm-hmm. By influencing people in each of these ways, they can help make each of them better. They can make the circumstance better. So they help, make things happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this quote. And this is how everybody in some way, I believe, is a leader. And we'll get to that in a second. But if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. So everybody who joins our organization is a leader, whether you join as a board of director, whether you join as an instructor, or whether you join as a student. Because look, if you join us as a student, you're also a teacher. You may join us as a student because you want some of the training and development that everybody else has to offer. But you know what? We're going to teach you or make sure you can deliver some course content to our members so that you are a teacher as well. We're helping thought leaders on their journey. So we are inspiring people to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more.
Mm-hmm.
And so is everybody else who's going to join us. But who are the leaders out there? First of all, any person of organization. In other words, anyone. You are a leader. Unless you live this life by yourself as a hermit, and there are very few of those who exist these days, you're a leader. In other words, you're responsible to somebody else out there. Why do I say you are a leader? Because if you're an aunt or an uncle, now I'm Uncle Rob. That title means something to me. Curtis, you have a wife,
Yep.
daughter.
Yep. Have nieces and nephews as well. Yep.
You know what I mean? As a parent, you're responsible to them. You are offering value to them. You are, offering your content, your suggestions, your ideas. You're helping lead them in a direction that they need to go, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Even a brother or sister. You know what? You want your brother or sister to be happy. You want them to be successful. You're going to do what you can to make their lives just a little bit better. And by influencing them, you are a leader. And then, of course, we talked about the teachers, which that's what we're putting together. The teacher at the class, in front of the class, with 30 people to teach, they're a leader. They're here to help those people grow. We talked about self-leadership, but in this instance, so as a self-leader, you are a leader. So even if you are that hermit out there, unless you're ready to lay down and die, you're going to get up in the morning. You're going to make sure you take care of your ablutions, right? You're going to take care of who you are, what you need to do. You're a leader. You're leading yourself. Then we talked about the individual leaders, the parent, the family, the coworker. Co-workers, there's one I want to draw attention to, because one of the books I love so much is Robin Sharma's what is it?
Ferrari one?
No, you
The leader.
Become the leader. So I forgot the title of it, but it's the idea is you don't need to be the overall person running the organization. You can lead from whatever position you are right now. The guy was just somebody who worked in a bookstore, but he led every one of those customers. He led his co-workers, offering them suggestions, offering them ideas, maybe delegating across, right? I can't do this. You're better at this. Can you do this for me? We'll work together on it, right? This is leading from whatever level you're at.
Yep.
The community leaders, the coach, we talked about pastors, but you know what? Running a seminar, a coach, who runs a soccer team. These are all people who are responsible for a community. People who run workshops, speak events, people like us. We are leaders, are we not, Curtis?
We are.
So this is why we believe in so much in each of us being a leader and each of us helping each other to become a better leader. We talked about the organization. We're any business owner. C-suite is those executives, the CEO, the chief executive, chief financial officer. That's the C-suite. Those are the people who run the organization. And then the supervisors and managers who trickle down, and each of them has a responsibility to lead those they follow. Those are all leaders. So guess what? Every single one of us on some level is a leader.
Yep.
What do leaders do? Curtis, if you can take it over here and talk from here.
Motivate, inspire, empower. So that's what they do. You communicate, get a vision and help people see through the vision and motivate them. With that vision, you have a mission, values, and goals they have to communicate to others so that they believe in it and they can obtain it. Then as a leader, you're going to be delegating those tasks, interact with actions, and assist if needed. So leaders will have certain skill sets. They can help certain people in their organization to get that things done. You're going to encourage, recognize, and support those. So it could be like reward systems or just a verbal, say, hey, you're doing a great job. Or, hey, maybe someone needs a direction to take educational to make them a better worker or their job to improvement, right? So then develop talent, that's part of the schooling. Or maybe there's other people in the organization that the leader knows that can help that one person do a better job.
Or what we're putting together right now, which is a community of thought leaders working together, teaching and learning from within. We're here to develop those talents that each of them have and make them better leaders.
Yeah, so that makes a leadership is coach or mentor. They'll help each other out, right? And then setting an example of ethics, accountability, and guidance and direction. That's what we do. And each of us can do that for each other too, right?
Absolutely.
In the community.
Absolutely. And that's why we believe in community so much, because you can be the leader.
Yep.
Every one of us are a leader in some way, fashion. And there's that debate: are leaders born or raised? Right? There's some people who believe that you're either born a leader or you're not, and
I think
we want to change those people's minds, right?
it's more of a
Because
skill as well, right? Sometimes there's some skills there too, right?
absolutely, John Maxwell says, "I've never met a baby who's a leader."
Yeah.
Right? In other words,
That's right.
there are no born leaders. Some people may be born into that bloodline, right? Prince William and Prince Harry were born of royal blood, which means they were born to lead. Justin Trudeau was born of a prime minister. From the early age, he was guided in a direction and trained so that he may one day lead. But he wasn't born a leader. That wasn't his role from birth. Same with the princes. They weren't born from birth as a leader. They had to be taught and trained along the way. They got experience. They learned. Look, each of them joined the military, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that they could learn the lessons. First of all, they can connect with their soldiers, get on the level of the people they may lead, but also learn in the field what it takes to be a part of something bigger, to be responsible to something bigger than themselves. So
Yep.
yes, they were born to lead one day, but they weren't born as leaders. They had to learn those along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
So they had to develop their leadership ability. They had to get training. They had an education available to them. You know, I will say some people don't have the high-end education available. Some people know from an early age they may not have to go to college or university, right? But you can get training. How many of those big leaders out there today, those organizational, Elon Musk dropped out of university.
Yep.
So many others, who built their organizations. We know them as big thought leaders who said, I dropped out of university, I dropped out of college, right? Ryan Reynolds, who's a big star in the world, he makes a fortune. We admire him for his charisma, for his talent, for his wisdom, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And yet he says, I spent 45 minutes in college.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But look at what he's been able to create after he's left college, because
Yep.
you don't need that sort of education. You need to develop your talents and your abilities in such a way that you can now add value and service to others.
Yep.
Coaching, instructions, effort, and experience, all of these combine to help you become a better leader. And every single one of us can become a better leader. Curtis, do you know what this diagram is?
I haven't seen it. Wow.
Am I sharing the presentation?
Yeah, I can see it. I've never seen this before.
Oh, you don't know what this is?
No, I
This
haven't
is
seen it.
John Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership. He's created a book on it, but this is the levels of experience or levels of leadership that you can achieve. Now, John Maxwell will tell you, I'm not a level 5 leader. I'm going to tell him BS, because John Maxwell is a level 5 leader. He has earned the respect of people around the world, of the tens of thousands of leaders that he has trained to become better leaders. There's, John Maxwell Leadership is an organization that has developed leaders. Now, it costs a lot of money to become part of John Maxwell Leadership. But look, I already tell you the influence that John Maxwell has had on my life. I respect John Maxwell, and I'm sure every one of those 50,000 people respect John Maxwell. And every one of those people who learn from those 50,000 people respect John Maxwell. So he's reached 5. We respect Bob Proctor, right?
Yeah.
We respect Jim Rohn. We respect Napoleon Hill. These are level 5 leaders because they've reached that level where they're at the pinnacle, and we respect them for the value they've offered, the name they've built, and the way that we've been able to watch them help people around them. And this is where we're trying to achieve right now, is the level 4 leader, which is people development. We are leaders building leaders. We're here to help other leaders learn and grow and become the best leaders they can. That's the entire purpose of our organization. So we are trying to set ourselves up at this level 4 leadership. Okay. But does that mean we've achieved all of the other 3 levels of leadership below? Right now, we are currently as individuals at a level 3 leadership, you and I.
Yeah.
We do things, we make things happen, we take action. We're part of different communities, different efforts that we help them grow because we do things for those organizations. Look, I said, when people come in as a board member of Beacon of Leadership, they're going to come in and they're going to be action takers. They're going to have to carry out tasks for the first little while because they're going to be part of the production of our organization. So this level 3 leader is responsible for they've achieved this level because of the production and the results they've been able to achieve.
Cool.
The level 2 leader, and this is where everybody should start out. Okay. And I'll tell you why in a second, but everybody should start out as a level 2 leader. I can't lead you unless you choose to follow me.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, I become a level 2 leader when I have the permission of you. Look, I lead you, you lead me. We are level 2 leaders because we've given each other permission to help each other, to add value to each other, to serve each other along the way, right? So we are at level 2 leaders. I've never truly been at a level 1 leader, even when I've been in a position of authority, right? I'm a training coordinator. I was a route coordinator. As this route coordinator, I'm responsible for other people. I'm responsible for assigning their tasks as a route coordinator. I'm responsible for assigning their training as a training coordinator. So I have a certain amount of authority over them, but I don't use that authority. I ask them. I try to get their permission in everything I do. So, as a manager or supervisor, you have authority.
Mm-hmm.
As a cop, you have authority, right? You have certain rights. But you shouldn't get people to follow you because of rights. You should get their permission. You should get their buy-in, and that comes from building relationships. So, and you can become a level 2 or 3 leader without being a level 1 leader, without that authority or that title backing you. So we want people to reach the level 5. We are not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
We are working to set ourselves up as level 4 leaders. Right now, I believe you and I are level 3 leaders individually. Yeah. But working together, we're working to step forward to that level 4 leadership where we're developing other leaders. We are leaders building leaders within our community. One day we hope to, at least I hope to reach that level 5 where I'm renowned. People recognize my name because I've built a brand, because I've been able to serve people. And one day I hope to step to that pinnacle.
Perfect.
But each of those, you've got to start somewhere on this chart. And I believe if you start anywhere, you need to start at that level 2, which is seeking permission by building relationships. They follow you because they want to follow you. Yeah. Curtis, talk about this one a little bit, because everybody can become more. You can become a better you.
Yep.
Talk about this one because this is what we've been working on. This is what we've been talking about throughout this presentation. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Okay, basically through training development, continue the growth, personal growth and stuff, and improve your knowledge and skill set and ability will help you become better, obviously. I think that should be quite inherent. Personal presence, reputation, influence, and desirability. So with that personal presence, people get to know who you are, so they respect you. You have influence because people say, hey, Curtis or RJ can do this. Maybe they can help me, and then, hey, they inspire other people to do a better job for themselves too, right? Mm-hmm. Personal capability, involve, educate, and skill. Basically, because you have personal presence, you've obviously built up a skill set, educated yourself, and you personally have evolved. So because of those involvements, you've actually become an influencer for others because that reputation is built up because more people like you, and they know that you have knowledge to help them, and people see that and show. So that by doing those actions, you help other people to become better at what they're doing as well.
Yep, exactly. And that's exactly what we've been building here and talking about here. This is what our community is all about. You can become better. We want to help you become better. And I believe personally, very much, that you can develop your personal presence. You can develop a professional capability through training and development. I'll talk about this one. Let me get a drink first.
Sure. Become more valuable to your employer.
Yeah.
Be your own boss.
Or be your own boss, right?
Yep.
First of all, you become more valuable to your organization.
Yeah.
when you develop your leadership skills, when you develop a personal presence where you're respected by your peers, when you develop your professional capabilities. Look, at my organization, I have a transcript of everything I've learned in my 19 years with Go Transit. I have a transcript of about 60 courses that I've taken within my organization. So I'm very capable at what I do. I've learned a lot about leadership, soft skills, office skills, attitude, all of these things within my organization. So I'm, very skilled. So I'm valuable to my employer. But you can also become your own boss. Don't think that because you develop your leadership. Look, my entire purpose has been to become my own boss. Look, I enjoy what I do. Training and development is very important to me. So as a training coordinator, I'm happy where I'm at. But I'm not exactly happy because I want to be my own boss. I want to have time freedom, salary freedom, so you can become valuable by working for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to earn more salary or income, which, let's face it, that's important, right? We all want more money. I don't care how much money you have, you want more. So you get a salary increase from your as an employee, but as an owner, you get to set your own fees, right?
Yep.
How many times have you've all seen the ads out there? Sell your high ticket offer, make thousands, make 10,000 a month. Yes, because you can set how much you're going to charge each client for each product. So you get to set your own fees. As you perform your tasks, skills, you get more efficient, you get more capable. So you become more relevant to your employer. As an influencer, look, and even as a coworker, you can become an influencer. We talked about leading from the same level, right? How you can delegate to your coworker, how you can ask for help from your coworker. These are ways you can become an influencer and known for what you do within your own organization. And then you build connections, right? I know lots of people in lots of departments within my organization. When something comes up, I can usually reach out to somebody, get the answer, and we have, networking sessions, we have Teams meetings, so that we develop contacts, we build those contacts, and through those contacts, you're far more valuable. Even when you're your own boss, right? You get out there, you network, you get out there, build connections, you have conversations with people so that you can become more valuable as an entrepreneur.
Very good.
This is here. Lay this one out for us, Curtis.
Sure. Become more attractive to organizations.
That means other organizations outside of your own. So even if you're valuable to the company you're working for now, you can become more renowned.
Okay. So offer more money to transfer. Being skilled, knowledgeable to other companies. Interesting. I guess there's a lot of times some companies need other skill sets that is valuable to them, and maybe your company may not be interested anymore.
Yeah, like they have headhunters out there, right? Or you can develop your own LinkedIn profile, and people will come seek you out through LinkedIn. So you become more attractive and offered more money to go work somewhere else.
Yep. So valued as a commodity, skill set, ability, influence, inspiration, motivation, development of talent. So personal and others.
In other words, you develop your own personal talent, or you help develop the talent of others. That's what I do in my job. That's what we're doing within our community. And you can do that in your own organization. When you work as part of teams, you work to help empower each of those individuals on your team. And as you do that, you become more valuable.
Yeah, you can add that to your CV, resume, professional profiles like LinkedIn, website, or social media. So that's always nice. Some people see some accreditations you got, so they think, hey, this person's good, right?
Yep. Do you know what CV stands for, Curtis?
I forget.
It's called curriculum vitae, and it means just your life skills. You're laying out all of the things you've learned throughout your life. It is your resume, what you've done over your timeline, but it's called a curriculum vitae. And so I always recommend your LinkedIn profile is your curriculum vitae, right? It's everything you've achieved over your lifetime. I still have not developed my LinkedIn profile to that status where everything is there and people can see everything about, but I highly recommend this. I've always wanted to take time and redevelop my LinkedIn profile. Look, like I said, I have how many courses from my organization? If I put even a percentage of them up on LinkedIn, imagine how valuable I am to people.
Yeah, for sure. Put them up there.
And then this is where you become more respected by your peers, by the people who are following you, who are watching you. get respect and recognized for the skills and the abilities you have, for your dedication to your duties, and also for your dedication to other people. The emotional intelligence, in other words, how you treat people, how you respond to people. Look, recognizing people's need for self-care, recognizing when you're affecting people in a negative way, or you're overbearing and you're hurting people because they cringe from you and they don't want to talk to you. I remember one time my bosses, they because again, back when I was an a-hole, they were like, look, we're afraid to talk to you. We know sometimes you're going to be reacted, negatively. So hearing that made me more emotionally intelligent, knowing that these two people who have authority and two people I respect who told me, we're afraid of you. We're afraid to talk. That became more aware of my response to other people. And then you become respected for your caring and consideration when you adapt to things like that.
Yeah.
You become admired by those around you. As an online thought leader, we need to build that rapport with people. They say people only work with people they know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
They want to follow you. They want to know more about you. They want to learn more from you. That's what we believe in here in our community. And we want people to be a part of that. And then you gain influence, through your followers, through your students, through your clients and your customers.
Yeah.
Here are a few leadership traits that we believe you need to develop. Communication is I call it the master key, because as a leader, you need to deliver your message, your vision, your mission, your values. You need to help inspire people or motivate you with your words, right? Curtis, like I said, more than one time, you have changed my mind, my spirit, my attitude with your communication.
Good.
Right?
Awesome.
And then empathy is the way we respect other people, the way we can listen to them, understand the way they feel, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Integrity, you need to be 100% real at all times. Do the right thing whenever possible, but be you most of all. Be the person you were meant to be. Get in touch with yourself and always remain in integrity with yourself. Of course, as a leader, we talked about how you need to delegate. Curtis, you and I work together, and you do this, you do this, you do this. Let's go work on it together, right? Let's go do our thing, and we'll put this back together. So delegating, just between you and I, we've done it.
Oh, yeah.
We need to build a bigger team. So we need to delegate other assignments to other people. Every leader needs to be able to delegate to somebody. Look, even as a coworker, I've delegated, gone to my boss and said, you know what? This is something that's probably better for you to handle, right? You can do this a little bit better than I am. You've been through it. You have the connections that I don't. So maybe you should handle this. So you can delegate up.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to delegate to somebody who's lower than you or you have authority over. You don't have to just delegate to your coworkers. You can go to your boss and say, you know what? You would probably be better at this. Can you take on this task? That's delegating up, and that's possible.
Oh, yeah.
And then intuition. Every one of us, look, they say rely on your intuition. Listen to your gut. Every one of us as a leader needs to see things in the future. And through that just means follow your intuition. You know, if you do this, what may happen. A voice is telling you this may happen. So it's the actions you take by anticipating what's going to happen and responding to those circumstances accordingly.
Cool.
So you can become a great leader. Every single one of us can become a great leader. I'm working right now on becoming a better leader. One day I hope to be a great leader like the man in this picture. We all know Nelson Mandela, right? And he says, when a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. I believe I've made that effort, and that is therefore why I will sleep for eternity. In other words, just do what you do. Do what you believe people expect from you. When you do that, you're doing your duty. That's what it takes to be a great leader. And here are some great leaders in history. Do you want to talk about this one, or should I?
I'm going to go through it. Abraham Lincoln. Pretty cool. Abolished slavery and Civil War.
Yep.
North and South America, or part of America thing, history. Muhammad, I can't say the name, Gandhi.
So that's Mahatma Gandhi. We know him as Mahatma Gandhi. His name is actually Mohandas K, and I'm not going to pronounce his middle name. Mohandas K. Gandhi is his actual name. Mahatma is an honorary title that means great spirit.
Oh, nice.
Look, he is a great leader, and he's earned that title of Mahatma. So, and what does he become famous for?
And British occupation with passive resistance, which was pretty amazing at that time in his day. Next one is Winston Churchill, World War II resistance, fought against German operations. We will never give up is his key. So yeah, I remember
never
that.
surrender, never give up. We will fight you in the trenches. We will fight you on the hilltops. You know, one great speech that changed the world forever, because we could have been a different world if this man didn't stand up to the
sure.
occupation.
Yeah, but it took him a lot of personal development to get there as well. Remember,
Absolutely,
he had a lot of issues on his own, but he overcame them.
Through his own troubles in his own right, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then Martin Luther King, segregation of civil rights. I have a dream. A great speech, very inspirational. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that. Nefarious leaders, Genghis Khan. What's that? Eurasian domination?
Oh, yeah, Eurasian. And so he almost took over Europe and Asia way back when, and that was through tyranny. He was
very aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, he believed people should pay homage to him and pay fealty. In other words, they had to pay him fees to exist.
Oh my God.
Otherwise, he'd wipe them out.
Yeah, Adolf Hitler, I'm sure a lot of us know who that guy is. European domination, mass genocide, and fealty.
Fealty means you owe me your leader. I'm your leader because I say you are.
Oh, okay. And then Joseph Stalin, Russian domination, mass genocide. Yeah, bad guy.
Joseph Stalin killed his own people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and first of all, he killed off a large number of people just to show people that I am the leader and you're going to listen to me.
Yeah, domination.
And then he killed off anybody who stood in his way in his quest for power.
Yep. Interesting.
And the reason I say this, look, these are all great leaders. We know them today in this world, but not all of them are leaders for good, right?
Yep.
But look at the ones who are. Look at the people we remember for the goodness they've done in the world. We believe every one of you can be this type of leader. It just takes you to stand up, take action, and do what you believe in. For a positive force, of course.
Yes, yes.
So you can be that leader, and we want to talk about what we've been putting together for you, which is the Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. This is training and development for thought leaders. Curtis, just talk about this one just a little bit. Who are we talking about here?
So we're talking about coaches, authors, speakers, entrepreneurs, business owners, manager, and directors, community leaders, pastors, teachers, trainers, volunteers, and board members want to join the board. These are all people that we probably know and have some contact with in our lives, and we want you to join us.
Absolutely. We believe in everybody becoming better. Every one of these people has learned something on their journey. Every one of these people has taught, has things they can teach other people. We want to learn from you. We want each of our members to learn from you. Bring your skills, bring your assets, bring it into the Beacon Fellows Academy. Leaders are entrepreneurs. A leader wears many hats, but we don't know it all, right? An owner, a leader, a manager, they have skills they have to possess. They still don't know it all within the roles they take. As an entrepreneur, you need to be an administrator. You need to take the administrative tasks. You need to have accounting skills. You need to count the money for the sales, for the income, for the payouts. You need to know things about legal requirements, the law, tax law. You need to know all this stuff, but yet we don't know all of this stuff. Me, I'm a creative director. I have skills there, but there are lots of things I still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
As every one of the thought leaders online, you're all content creators. Yet there's still things we don't know, especially in this world of AI, that we don't know. Curtis is constantly showing me stuff with AI that we can use.
Yep.
I don't know how to use this stuff. I would love to know how to use this. I rely on Curtis to not only, first of all, he doesn't know it all in AI. Yeah. He doesn't know it all in the technical skills, but he's learning it along the way. There are things he can learn. Look, how many times, Curtis, have I said to you, Curtis, can you do this? Do you know how to do this? No, but I'll find out.
Yeah.
Let me look and see what I can find out, and I'll get back to you, and we'll discuss it. Right? Yep. You go out there and learn what you need to learn. Then we come back as a team, discuss it, and see how we can implement it. Right? That's how we've grown together. We both do the same thing. Let me find out. I'll do what I can. I'll do some research, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And then we all need to know, as thought leaders, how to do sales, how to distribute the product we create. So read this out for me, Curtis, because this sums up what we were trying to put together as entrepreneurs.
We are coaches, authors, speakers, trainers, content, and course creators. We are creators and developers who offer our unique perspectives in training, coaching, and development. We are selling information products. We are selling ourselves as authorities and our ideas of how you too can change your ways, change your life, and live a full and unlimited potential.
Absolutely. That's what we're talking about here within this community. What do leaders do? Leaders serve. Leaders offer value. First of all, they inspire, they empower, they deliver value to others. They make other people feel valued. That's what good leaders do. They also help serve the marketplace. They deliver products, ideas, information that is going to help make the world a better place. They serve the market. They help people become better. That's what we're talking about here. You are a leader who has something to teach. You help people become better. Even as a coach, an author, a speaker, you're teaching people what you know. You're helping them become better. And that's what we're talking about. What's this next line there, Curtis?
We are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are changing the world, offering value to the marketplace with their ideas, products, and innovations. That makes this world a better place. So kind of like what Tesla did there for electric cars. So
Absolutely.
definitely changed a lot of
You
things.
come up with an idea, a concept, you develop that idea or concept with the help of others because nobody ever did it alone. The question is, how do you find a way to compensate those people who may work with you, right?
Making money.
We believe my personal vision is working together for a better tomorrow. And that's what led me to create this, with Curtis together, we created this organization called Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. It's an institution of fellowship for top thought leaders. We are here to teach and learn from each other. Curtis, read that out for me.
Leaders become more. United in a community of fellowship, we are a network connected through our mutual interest of becoming better at what we do. We are both teacher, student. We all have something to teach each other. We all have much yet to learn through the Beacon Fellow Academy of Leadership. We teach each other and learn from each other within our united community.
Absolutely. We need to learn, grow, and become better. That's what it boils down to. Better at what we do so we can go out there and serve other people and make them better. We need to learn those skills in sales, marketing, public relations, business development. We need to know accounting and legal in order to be able to put our businesses together. We need to know team building because you can't do it alone. And then communicating your vision. Look, Curtis, when I came up with this idea, we've been working together for a while. When I came up with this idea, I had to communicate that idea to you, sell you on that idea, and get your buy-in to work on this and build it together.
Yeah.
Communication is the one thing that you need to continually develop. And then presentations. Look, Curtis and I worked on this presentation for quite a while. We needed to know how to develop it so that we could communicate our message to you so that it had value to you. You would learn something, but also learn the passion and the reason why we were putting it together. So who are we? Go ahead and read that out for me.
Sure. We are a community based on fellowship. We are thought leaders. We are a united community of fellowship. We are leaders building leaders. Awesome. We are teachers and students. We learn and grow together. We connect and collaborate and create. We are beacons shining bright. Now carry on. We are working together for a better future, mine as I would like to have my life, yours as you would like to enjoy it. On one and all, which makes the world a better place. Three Musketeer reference. Awesome. Beacon of Leadership is working to create a community of thought leaders. These leaders are coaches, authors, speakers, entrepreneurs, teachers, and volunteers who are working to change the world because it matters to them.
Absolutely. And I love that you referred to the Three Musketeers there because they each had different skills. But it's a reference to the Musketeers who were, guards, royal guards for the French king, right? But they were a team. They each complemented their skills. Together, they were better than each of them as swordsmen, as people who are intelligent and were able to investigate and learn and grow, but together they were a force to be reckoned with.
Sure.
So what do? First of all, we unite the community of like-minded thought leaders, but we also believe in connecting to network with each other, to learn about each other, to learn how we can serve each other, and then maybe collaborate with each other and make each other better. Building products of mutual interest for mutual benefit so that we can go out there and serve the marketplace. But most of all, we believe in helping each other learn and grow. We communicate with each other, teach each other, and empower each other within our community. We're providing this space, Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership, for thought leaders to learn, grow, and develop their training, their leadership ability.
Yeah.
So read this one last section for me.
We provide space online for leadership training and development. Beacon Fellows Academy training offers depends on you and your contribution to the community and your expertise as a thought leader. We all work to grow and develop to become the best leader we can.
Absolutely. That's what we've been putting together. That's what we believe in. How do we serve you? We provide this space for entrepreneurs, for thought leaders to learn and grow, develop, and nurture your leadership. This is about training and development. Everything we're putting together, the training, the masterminds, the networking, it's all about working together to become better thought leaders. Beacon of Leadership, we're working to create a community of thought leaders. These are just coaches, authors, speakers, entrepreneurs, teachers, volunteers working together to change the world because it matters to them. That's how we serve.
Yep.
But we want you to be a part of this. We want you to become that leader. Everything we've taught you today says you can become that leader. So we want you to join us here in the Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. You can become a beacon and you can have your designation just like we do.
Yep.
So this is what we put together. Leadership training and development. Join the academy. Join a community of your peers. Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. This is where you can find us, beaconofleadership.com, and follow us online at Beacon of Leadership. But here's what you get when you join our community. We talk about masterminds. Not only do we, first of all, I should have reorganized this because training courses, that's what you come here for. You are a student first. You come here for the training and development. So we have what we call the basic training, and that's you providing your content to become a teacher, but you learn from your other fellow thought leaders who provide their content. But not only do you get to learn it by yourself in a self-paced environment, but you get to participate in masterminds that are going to help you put your business, your product, your service, your idea together. And we call that the community in practice. There are 6 different community and practice events that we have, masterminds that we put together for you starting in 2025. But you are a student. You come here for the basic training, you learn from each other. That's what you're buying into when you join our membership. But we also have a requirement that every member brings along a specific amount of content. Now, we're not asking for your intellectual property. We're not asking for your signature course. We're asking you to teach other people the lessons you've learned along the way. Provide a 10-minute video about one of the things I'm going to be putting together is how to create an outline. How I built this presentation was I created an outline first, and that outline helped me develop the presentation. It helped me develop what I was going to talk about. You can do this for your podcasts, for your courses, for your articles. You can put an outline together, and that'll help you build up the content that you want to build. I'm going to teach something on that. Curtis, you can teach something about AI, right?
Yeah, that or funnels and stuff, right?
Right. All the things that you've learned along the way. Teach a little 10, 15-minute segment so that other people can learn from you. Yep. That's what we're asking you to bring as a instructor or a teacher within our community. We have weekly networking events on top of our 6 masterminds events that we're going to host bi-weekly throughout 2025. Yep. We're going to host a weekly networking event where you can meet your fellow thought leaders, your fellow community members, learn from them, learn who they are and how you can serve each other. But we also, one of the mastermind events is a collaboration zone where we're going to get you together, hear about your product, hear about what it is, maybe find people to help you. Because again, we said you can't do it all alone. What are you missing? What is that key skill that you need to be able to build that? We're going to find and connect you with those people in the collaboration zone. This is what you get when you join us. Basic training is what we talked about. These are just 6 areas that we believe you need to learn about as a thought leader. You need to learn about sales. What is your product, your service, your funnel, your payment processors, your fulfillment, marketing, your content creation, your digital marketing. Affiliate marketing, everybody needs to learn. And I believe Curtis can teach a thing or two about affiliate marketing. Maybe that's one of the courses that he gets to put together as a member of Beacon of Leadership or Beacon Fellows. You need to know those key skills it takes to put together a business. You need to develop your mindset. How many times have I just told you in this presentation, I wanted to give up, but by constantly increasing my mindset, by developing my thought process, I become stronger. Your CRM, customer retention management, that's your email marketing. You need to know all of the things and all the pieces it takes to put that together. And then, of course, any project, any product, any service that you want to offer, you need to know how to plan that out, how to project it, how to create the idea, how to build it out. And, you start with your concept, your goals, your milestones. Who are your stakeholders? Who are you responsible to? Who's going to sponsor it? Who's going to run it? All of these things you need to know. And these are just 6 segments that we believe we need to offer in the basic training. We talked about the community and practice. Here are those 6 communities that we talked about, those masterminds. First of all, there's Pitch Perfect. We help you practice your pitch. You develop your pitch within a safe environment. You get to pitch it in front of your peers, get some feedback, much like Toastmasters, where you get some feedback on it, and then go out and change it and try and refine it for next week's session. Next session, so that you can maybe pitch it out again or just say, here's what I changed. Message mastery, that's your writing, your speaking, your delivery of your product or service, right? Your sales pitch. You're going to help, refine that here by writing it out, by outlining it. Course creation, working on the outline, developing and building the content, building out your course content, and the structure and how to do that. So we're going to work on that together. Plugging your pipeline. This is about the CRM, building out your funnels, outlining your funnel. What is the sales and marketing channels, the content you're going to create, your social media platforms, your social media content, and then whatever ads you're going to use. We'll talk about this in the Plug Your Pipeline. Pomodoro sessions. I don't know if you've heard about this. This is 20 minutes of focus.
That's awesome.
And we're going to create a mastermind where for 90 minutes, we're going to work together where you do 20 minutes of work. Then you're going to get 10 minutes to break out and discuss it with your peers. And here's what I've worked on. Here's what I need help on. Here's what I didn't complete. Then we go out and do another 20-minute session. So you're doing 3 20-minute focus sessions and then getting feedback from those people in smaller breakout groups. We talked about the collaboration zone where we're working on projects of mutual interest for mutual benefit. What I mean by that is, like I said, you need those people who can help you. How about offering a piece of the pie for joining you as a joint venture or a partner in this business? So we're connecting people in the collaboration zone to help build products for the marketplace so we can help serve the marketplace.
Perfect.
So this is just the features and benefits. Oh, I see what you mean about not lining up properly. Yeah. So don't worry about this slide, but this is just the features and benefits of what you get by belonging to Beacon of Leadership. And the features are the value that you get out of membership. The benefits are the reasons for joining. We're going to outline that here in the next few slides, but this is just the outline. There's a lot of features. There's a lot of value. There's a lot of reasons for you to join this organization. And the first one is you're going to get 20 plus leadership and development courses. And we believe there's a $2,000 value to this. This is insanely valuable for having access to all of your fellow thought leaders training and development and the lessons they've learned along the way. Networking events, weekly, 52 sessions of networking events where you're going to get to know your fellow thought leaders. Now imagine you went out to a seminar. Seminars charge anywhere between $97 to $397 just for attending their event, where you get to connect with fellow entrepreneurs, thought leaders, people in your industry. So we believe there's $1,000 value by having weekly connection sessions. Masterminds, we've already talked about that.
Yep.
You get those 6 sessions. You're going to get access to 2. You're going to get to choose from 2 of those 6 sessions when you join our event. Plus the networking. The networking events are open to everybody who's a member, but the masterminds, you're going to get to choose 2 of those 6 masterminds. Workshops, we're going to promote you. We're going to have workshops where we're going to promote, first of all, we're going to have summits to promote Beacon of Leadership, where we're going to feature you as a thought leader, but we're also going to go out there and try and sell your product, to teach people what you do and how you do it, so that we can go out there and sell your product and service. So we're going to have workshops available to you. Monthly summits, like I said, but you get to be a VIP. As a member, you will have VIP status at every one of these events, and they're going to be monthly, so that's 12 sessions at $97, $1,165 value to become a VIP at every one of our events. The benefits. First of all, you'll get a discount between 10 and 25%, depending on the level you've achieved. Everybody will start at 10% as a basic member for the Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership. But there are special perks, special bonuses that you'll earn as being a member. Affiliate commissions, again, start at 10%, but we're going to reward you for bringing people into our community. For every member you bring, which when we launch, this is going to be $297. You're going to get 10%. So every person you bring, you're going to get $29 plus for bringing people into our community. VIP status at virtual events, like I already said, we talked about that, but you're going to get the products, the giveaways, the gifts that as a VIP, you're going to earn rewards and benefits just for becoming a member. You get to be a presenter at our events. First of all, you get to present voluntarily. There's no obligation to present at our summits, but we want to feature you as a thought leader. There are benefits to being a presenter at our events, but maybe you're just shy and you don't want to present. That's okay. We're not going to hold you to it, but we're going to offer you the opportunity to present your skills at our events. And then 24/7 email support. You're going to get our direct email address specifically for help and maybe coaching, maybe mentorship within, just through email. You're going to get offered guidance and advice 24/7. Now I say 24/7, give us time to respond. We have to check the emails, get an answer to you, figure that out. So it might be 24 to 48 hours before we can get back to you, but you're going to be able to reach us 24/7. Those are what you get for being a member of Beacon of Leadership, and not including the benefits. Just the value alone is approximately $5,250. Plus bonuses, plus all of those, the commissions, the discounts, the status, all of that on top of $5,250. So there's value in belonging and becoming a Beacon Fellows Academy of Leadership member. What do you get? Training and development for thought leaders. It will have an annual membership. 2025 will have an annual membership fee. Plus, the commitment is 60 minutes of training content. Now, what do we want? We want 10 minutes segments. You can put 15-minute training. You can put a 30-minute training. But there is benefits for each piece of content you give us. So if you give us a 10-minute segment times 6 segments, you're going to get a backlink to your social media profile. So if people like what you teach, we're going to backlink them to your LinkedIn profile, to your Facebook profile, to your YouTube channel, so that they can learn more about you and find out what you do and connect with you. So we want 60 minutes of training content. We ask that every member provide 60 minutes of training content as a member. Our membership fee is $297 when we launch. Okay, but you know what happens when you attend a presentation. You're not going to pay $297, even though there's a $5,000 value. We're offering it $297, but we're not. Here's how you can find more about becoming a member. beaconofleadership.com/fellowship will allow you to become a member today. But guess what? You become a member for free today. We want your content. Absolutely, Curtis. What a great idea, right?
Yeah.
You want people's content. That's what we value right now more than that 97 or that 297, right? But it's only for the first 50 members. Join now. Get a part of our membership. You'll get entire 2025 membership and access to any content our fellow members provide. There's already several of us involved in Beacon of Leadership.
Yep.
And we haven't contributed our content just yet. But as we do, by 2025, we need to start having our content together. So we're going to have those involved. You're going to get access to those. And every one of those 50 members who join for free, you're going to have access to their content for free if you're one of those 50 members. Because after that, it's going to go up to $97. We're still going to give a bonus for people who watch our presentations, but it's going to go up to $97 or $297 if you come in and don't watch our presentations.
Yeah.
So join now for free. We believe we put it together a great product for people out there.
Yeah, awesome.
We want you to become part of it. Curtis, you've seen the presentation. You've been working with me. What do you think about our offer today?
Well, I love free. Can't complain. And I think there's a lot of value there. You do have to contribute a little bit to the Beacons Fellowship Academy, which I think most people should have anyway, because it's free to join for now, but you're going to benefit in the future, and the 2025 is going to really change a lot of people's lives, I believe, with what we're
those
heading.
masterminds alone, right? Even if we didn't have the content, even if all we were putting together,
they are priceless just as a group of people together. They're always priceless, no matter what you're doing. Like my book club is amazing. That's basically like a mastermind, right? And you've been part of masterminds too. You've noticed, like, you just get in there and all these ideas come out and these new thoughts come in. And it's like, oh, hey, I can use this. And people say, yeah, try this or try that. And then you go do it and like, oh, well, look at this. I'm doing great. I love it. So
I belong to a mastermind I attend every Thursday afternoon. And I value that time because I learn so much. My leader always seems to know which topics to discuss that speak to my heart. Right. The other day we were talking about I can't even remember. Let me check. I got to check my notes because
we sum up here shortly as well.
We're talking about being on the frequency of, right? And the resources available to receive those frequencies. So he always comes up with a topic that value in masterminds alone is priceless. But we're talking about basic training. You're going to get the basic training of all of our fellow members, all for free if you're one of those 50 members. But people often don't value free, right? By giving that 60 minute of content commitment, you're going to value the responsibility of having to provide that content for becoming a member.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we have 90 days for people to deliver that content. So here we are in September, October, November, December, right?
By 2025.
At the end of December, those people who join have to provide their content. So by December, we're going to have some valuable content available.
And if they don't, they're cut.
Right. Absolutely. Right. If they don't provide that 60 minutes of, we'll give them some bonus, we'll work with people to make sure they can get their content so you can stay a member. But the idea is we're trying to entice people to belong, to become a part of this organization. So we're offering it for free right now.
It's a good deal.
We want to thank you for being a part of the presentation. We hope you've enjoyed it.
Free gift time.
For everybody who joined us today or was watching this, we want to just give you our thanks, our gratitude.
Or perhaps those might have skipped to the end.
Absolutely.
The replay.
You can do that, and you're still going to get a part of this. If you skipped all through these slides and went, oh, they're going to offer a gift at the end, I'm going to go get my gift. Then come get your gift. We want to offer a gift for you to join us today. We want to offer you our ebook, our audiobook for Become the Leader You've Always Wanted to Be. This is an abbreviated version because our full ebook is part of the course we're putting together. So go now to this link, beaconofleadership.com/be-the-leader, and you can get your free ebook. Okay. It's just some valuable content on a little bit of what we discussed today on how you can become a better leader. Guess what? If you get your ebook, we're going to offer you some further gifts. Download the ebook and get $27 off our e-course, our course, which includes that full ebook, the audiobook, and a self-paced course. That course is going for $77 US. It's $97 value. We've already discounted it $20 for you today. Okay, so it's $70 US. But guess what? If you go to that ebook, download that ebook, we're going to give you another $27 discount code. So
what's the code?
you can get this course for $50.
Woohoo.
Oh, I didn't put the course. I didn't put the code.
Yep.
I put it in the ebook. It's in the ebook.
Okay. So you have to download the ebook.
Yeah. So
to
they
get
don't get it
those.
because I didn't put it here, because they have to go and download the ebook to
Perfect.
get
That's
$27 off.
Excellent. Get a free book, get 20 bucks off. That's great. Open your email.